I'm going to talk about your golf swing today and other sports that require twisting. So flexibility is very important for your golf swing. Also, the same things I'm talking about today will apply to tennis, will apply to throwing, and it all kind of revolves on this concept of lag. So lag is basically referring to that time difference between when one part of your body twists, you know, your hips, and then the other part of your body, your upper back, catches up. So in your golf swing, the more of a lag you can create between when your hips begin to twist and then the upper body and thorax actually unwinds and comes through, you create more opportunity to create speed in that club. So flexibility in your upper back and hips are the two areas that are the most important flexing. So I'm actually going to show you how to assess both of them so that you don't have to do both of them necessarily. You could just focus on either of these if they're challenging for you. So test number one is for the hips. I'm putting the stick right on my little kind of, they're called your PSIS, those little bones on the back of your pelvis here, right? And so that'll just tell me whether my hips are twisting enough. I'm softening the knee so I'm not completely locked out in the leg. I'm going to keep my knee still and try to turn to 45 degrees in this direction, okay? If you can do that, that's a pass. And for the upper back, my knees are squeezed together. I'm trying to get to 45 to 60 degrees in each direction. So here's how you work on those. Let's start with the hip. Now, here's my hip joint here. I'm going to put my foot up onto something in front of me. Now, it shouldn't be too high. This is about a foot. That's a good height. And my knee sits right in front of my hip like this. I'm just going to allow the knee to drop in like that. I'm feeling a little stretch deep in the hip joint here. I'm going to push down into the pad for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then relax and let the knee fall in a little bit more. I'll do that 3 or 4 times, times 2. Great. And then at HealthOut, we always follow up a isolated stretch with a more active mobility exercise. So you would do the same thing you did for the test. Now I'm going to take my hips, and I should feel like I can take my hips a little bit further. And you can actually go right into external rotation as well. This will help your backswing. And then internal rotation again. And I'm trying not to let my knee wobble and move around too much. I'm keeping my spine in a nice, tall, straight position. So for the rotations in the upper back, you're going to lay on your side. We do these a lot. I think I've done 1 or 2 videos with these already. The knees come up to the point where the lower back starts to bend a little bit. My heels are underneath my glutes, tucking this elbow forward on my underside so that I can purely twist. It doesn't feel like I have to bend backwards, and I'm keeping my knees dead still, so I'm not letting this top knee scissor and move compared to the bottom one. Take that right elbow back as far as you can. Fantastic. Okay. So that's the stretch, and then the mobility, the active mobility exercise you would follow it up with. Take your stance that you would use for golf in that address position. Elbows are straight. My left arm is my main hand with the elbow straight, and I keep those hips nice and still for this one. So you can tie that kind of full combined movement of turning the hips and upper body into your swing later. For now, you're just trying to isolate the upper back and get it more flexible so that you have more opportunity to create that lag. And also you'll be able to stay more balanced when you swing the club if you're not fighting against your own flexibility. 30 of those at a time. Well, I hope you find that helpful. There's this interesting thing that happens when you focus on things that you know are good for your health. It actually makes you better at some sports as well. It's part of this trend of doing fitness for health right now. Yeah, let's jump on the bandwagon, everybody. Throw these videos out to some friends if you think they're helpful. I mean, more so that they're cool, but I think maybe they're also helpful a little bit too. So 2 reasons. Anyways, once again, thanks for tuning in, and don't just work out, health out.